Well, hey guys, thanks for joining me. Today we are in Granite Falls, North Carolina. Put in at, I think the locals call it Old Millpond. It's just like a little public lake. It's really just a little pond, like right between Lake Hickory and Lake Roadhiss. Just a really small lake. It's like 74 acres. Pretty cool little spot. But that's enough of me talking. Let's get to it.
River rats, and cool stew. Baby, that's what I'm cooking you. River rats, and cool stew. Baby, that's what I'm cooking you.
A bad fish. He just barely slurped that thing under. Just barely slurped it right under. All right. Look at him. Ain't a bad little guy. Man, peeing away. Look at that guy. All right, guys. I was thinking it might be a little bit too cold for the buzzbait, but this little guy got it. Let's get him back in the water. Just another little fella here. Look at that little guy. Heck yeah. Look at that. All right, guys, second one on the day. Let's get him back in the water. All right. That was probably the worst netting job ever. All right, just a little fella. Look how long that guy is. Long and skinny. Holy moly, look at that. Kayak fish right there. Yeah, look at that little fella. Jeez, look at how long he is. That is a long darn fish. Let's get him back in the water. And now it's time for tackle roundup. All right, guys, what I caught that fish on, and I just happened to have it tied on. I didn't really plan for this. Is this? It's a 3/8 ounce Z-Man original chatterbait in chartreuse and white. And then as a trailer, I'm using 4-7 Lures Serpent Wave. It's a 3.8 inch. It's actually made for a drop shot, but I like using them as a trailer. And that's what I'm using, that Serpent Wave as a trailer. Earlier this morning, I caught a couple on a buzz bait, which is cool. So The top water bite, it seemed to have died a little bit, so I'm changing what I'm doing. But that's what we're using, and that concludes today's tackle roundup. Alright. That one was right at the boat. Just a little fella here. Get him untangled. Alright, look at that little guy. Just a little fella. All right, let's get him back in the water. Oh, it's a big bass. It's a big bass. That's a big bass. Got him. Got him. That's a big one. That's a big one. Heck yeah. That's a big girl. That's a big girl. Man, I thought it was a catfish the way it was diving down. What the heck? Heck yeah. Look at that big girl. Heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's a nice fish there. Look at her. Look at that one. I was beginning to wonder if there was anything big in here. I've been getting like a lot of bites, but they were just like little peckerheads. Man, look at that fish. That's a nice one. Let's get her back in the water. Nice one too. All right, look at her. Look at that stomach. Not big, man. That's a big stomach there. Look at that little guy, little girl. All right, let's get her back in the water. All right, guys, look at this fella. He wasn't up on the bank. There's like a lot of grass down here, and I was just working a worm right along the grass line. Caught him. Look at that. All right, guys, good times. Let's get him back in the water.
Well, I ain't got no money. Well, he ain't got no money. And a slap run out of beans. And a slap run out of beans. And the kids are getting hungry.
I think this is a big one. This feels like a big one. Good night, this is a monster. This is a big fish too. Oh, stay on, buddy. This is a big fish. Where are you going? This is a big fish. This is a big fish. Come on, come here. Come here. Come here. Yes, sir. That's a big fish. Man, that put up a heck of a fight too. That's a big one. That's a big one. Holy schmoly. Guys, look at that toad. Look at that fish. Heck yeah. That's awesome. Guys, look at that. 5, 9, 6 pounds. Right at 6 pounds, guys. That's a big fish. Let's get her back in the water. Yeah. Look at him. This has been a fun little day. Let's get him back in the water. Wow, this is a big one too. Come on, stay on, stay on, stay on. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. Look at that toad. Oh, he's got a bad eye. Someone must have already caught him. Heck yeah. Look at that fella. Yeah, this guy, he's got a bad eye. But he can see that spinnerbait though. Let's get him back in the water. good fish too. Come here. Oh, I thought I had him. Got him. Whew, that thing just fell right out of his mouth. Hey, he destroyed that spinnerbait. All right, look at that one. Heck yeah, these have been some quality fish. Look at that fella. Well, I was fishing with like a wacky rig and a wacky rig and a shaky head for a while, but then I started seeing just sporadically them chasing bait around, so I switched over to a spinnerbait. Heck yeah, let's get them back in the water. Well, all right, guys, wasn't that fun? I think I'm going to head back to the house, but I had a great time out here on Old Millpond. It has a different name. I don't know what the formal name is, but it's a cool little lake. The thing that I like about it is it's got a little bit of everything. It's mostly natural, which is awesome. It's got grass. It's got a lot of laydowns and overhanging trees, a handful of docks, a little bit of riprap. I don't know if I already said it, but grass. So yeah, it's got like a little bit of everything, and obviously it has some nice fish. I really was not expecting a whole lot as far as size. I figured we could catch some, but I didn't expect the size. Caught a couple good fish and a 6-pounder. Wow, that's pretty cool. And then the thing that I like most about it is it's so small that you don't have to worry about like motorboats, you know, running you over, or bass boats, or jet skis and wake boats and stuff. It's small, so there were a lot of people out here, but they were all in like kayaks and john boats and stuff. So it's really made for that. And I don't know if there's any horsepower restrictions. I'll have to look like at the sign when I get back. But nice, cool little lake. I encourage you to check it out. Anyways, if you'd like to know anything about what I did today, the lures, the launch, or anything else, you can look down in the description box. I'm going to leave some additional information down there. But while you're there, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. The channel's updated every week with new fishing content and new fishing adventures. So, I'll be seeing you next week. This is Josh, and this is Abide Fishing. Look, there's like a gopher right there. See it right by the shed. That gopher's like eating the shed.